Welcome all of you, BSc 3rd semester 6 inorganic chemistry, topic nuclear chemistry. Today we will see the last point of this topic, that is applications of radioisotopes as tracers. So in this point we will discuss some applications of radioisotopes as a tracers. So first application is chemical investigation, second one structural determination, third one medical applications, and last one, that is age determination. Now first, chemical investigation. Chemical investigation, it is also called as esterification. Esterification reaction could be studied with the help of tracer technique. There was a dilemma that whether the water eliminated in an esterification reaction is formed from the OH of the alcohol and H of the acid, or OH of the acid and H of the alcohol. This reaction is studied by labeling oxygen as O18 in the alcohol, that is CH3OH. So reaction is RCH2COOH plus HOCH3, that is CH3OH. It gives RCH2COOCH3 plus H2O. Next, it was found that O18 goes into the ester, showing that the alcohol contributes H and acid the OH. This demonstration gives clear-cut idea about bond breaking in the acid and alcohol. In acid, COH bond, and in alcohol, HO bond is broken. Next, second application, that is structural determination. Phosphorus pentachloride. The 5 chlorine atoms in PCl5 occupy structurally equivalent position or not. So our question is, the 5 chlorine atoms in PCl5 occupy structurally equivalent positions or not, was a question. To know this substance is synthesized using PCl3, phosphorus trichloride, and Cl2 labeled with the isotope Cl, that is Cl36. So PCl3 plus Cl2, it gives PCl5. Product is hydrolyzed as PCl5 plus H2O, that is hydrolysis type of reaction. H2O, it gives POCl3 plus twice HCl. Experimentally, it was proved that all the radioactive chlorine remained with HCl and none with POCl3. This indicates that 2 chlorine atoms in PCl5 occupy different positions from the rest of the 3 Cl atoms. This is in good agreement with the trigonal bipyramidal structure, that is TBP structure, occupied for PCl5, in which 3 Cl atoms are in the equivalent plane and remaining 2 along the vertices. This experiment further proves that equatorial PCl distance is shorter than apical PCl distance. So which is shown, that is this description which is shown in the following figure, and name of the figure is structure of PCl5. Another application, that is medical applications, isotopic dilution method for determination of volume of blood. Sometimes it becomes essential to know the amount of blood in a patient who had severe hemorrhage in an accident or patient of an anemia for doctor. So anemia means volume of blood in our body is low. So volume of blood can be calculated by using isotopic dilution method. Here 1 centimeter cube blood of patient is withdrawn and is labeled with a solution of Na, that is sodium 24, as NaCl. Then the initial specific activity of the labeled blood is determined in 0.1 centimeter cube. Let this be S1 centimeter minus 3. The remaining labeled sample is re-injected, that is 0.9 centimeter cube is equal to Y, intravenously. After 15 minutes, once again 1 centimeter cube blood is withdrawn and its specific activity S2 is measured. The unknown volume of the blood in the patient body, say X centimeter cube, can be calculated by the equation Y(S1) is equal to X plus Y S2 plus X S2. Therefore, X is equal to Y S1 divided by S2 centimeter cube. So, a normal adult human being may have about 5 to 6 liters of blood. So, normal adult human being may have about 5 to 6 liters of blood. Okay. Now, age determination. Next application, that is age determination, that is dating by C40, carbon 40. Here, W.F. Libby first developed a technique of dating of historic and archaeological organic samples by their C14 content. For this Greek work, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1960. The technique is based on the fact that the preserved object contains measurable amount of radioactive carbon C14, though it has relatively short half-life of 5730 years. A small amount of C14, that is carbon 14, is present in the atmosphere mainly as CO2-14. C14 is also continuously produced by cosmic reactivity as N714 plus N01, that is neutron. It gives C614 plus H11. Thus, small quantity of CO2-14 is available to living plants at all times. Once the life processes are stopped, C14 is not taken by the plant and the amount of it in the plant tissue begins a diminish through radioactive decay. One can measure the radioactivity due to C14 grams per grams of living wood and compared this to the radioactivity in preserved wood or charcoal. From these values, we can calculate the age of preserved historical object using known half-life, that is C14. It is possible to date organic objects of 70,000 years old and even older. The sample needed for the modern technique is even less than 0.01 gram for the radioactivity measurement. Thank you.